Who helped me keep this place open, and I'm going to bring them up to do a few minutes. First, let's start out with Monica. Come up here for a few minutes, and I'll explain a little more. Come on up.
What's up, guys? Sensing some good vibrations here, like a Pacinian corpuscle. Sorry, it's like a skit receptor in your skin that like senses vibration. Fun neuroscience fact. Yeah, I'm a physics student. One thing you learn as a physics student is that there's a law of energy conservation. So whatever energy y'all give me, I'm gonna give back to you. Haha. But unlike physics, in comedy there is no law of conservation of mass, which is why people keep leaving during my sets. Which is really sad. Yeah, I mean, last year I took electricity and magnetism, so I learned all about circuits. The comedy circuit is nothing like physical circuits. For one, it's all resistance. And nobody can conduct themselves. Yes, and what was I gonna say? Yeah, I had a bit of a rough weekend. It was one of those weekends where you're trying to like get your Blaze pizza and you find out there's like negative $13 in your bank account. Oops. Yeah, I realized it was because so last semester I was supposed to be the president of this comedy magazine at Duke, and then I did this thing where I left Duke, and I'm not coming back until next year. But we didn't cancel the domain name, and so like the charge went into my bank account, and I realized and we've had website problems with GoDaddy, and like GoDaddy is the opposite of a sugar daddy because he makes you pay for his name. So, like, that's really annoying. Thanks. It's getting warmer outside. I know a lot of women are trying to get that hourglass figure, but personally I don't want my ankles to be that big. Thanks, Claire. I've never been super big into working out. One thing that one reason I don't like working out is because I hate workout clothing. Like, I worked out today. I worked out in this, so full Krusty Krab pizza gear. And I hate those Lululemon leggings commercials that are like, these pants will make your legs breathe. And I'm like, you don't. Breathe from your legs. Or those dudes that wear those sleeveless tops with the really low slits because they couldn't decide whether to wear a tank top or a crossing guard vest. It's really annoying. And also, like, as an Indian American, there's like an inherent Eurocentrism in exercises, which I've come to notice. Like, I'll see like dudes at the gym and they'll be like, and I was like, oh, what are you doing? And it's like, I'm doing Romanian deadlifts, just thrusting my pelvis back and moving down just like they do in Romania. Some guy over there that's just like, it's like, oh, what are you doing? It's like, Bulgarian split squat. I'm like, well, why? It's like, oh, you don't want to see Romanian split squat. It's too much pelvis. And then you see like one guy over there, it's like, oh, what are you doing? It's like, oh, I'm sitting Indian style. I'm like, damn it. It's like, it's so stupid. But yeah, so that's one reason I don't like working out. What else do I want to talk about today? I did a show at the Comedy Chateau last Thursday. So that was pretty fun. That was really fun. And like again, I'm still very new to comedy. In college, I never thought I could be a comedian. In high school, I was never the class clown. I was more like the trapeze of shit. So just constantly walking on a tightrope because that's what school was. But yeah, I'm very new to comedy. One of the things that's keeping me from being a comedian is that I feel like I'm genuinely a very uncool person. I thought OnlyFans was that one aisle in IKEA. And I'm a frequent user of public transportation. I don't own a car, and I always have a hard time of understanding the context of explicit songs. So I took the bus coming here, and this guy was playing his music out loud that was like, beat that ass, till that sugar comes. I'm like, Is that song about a piñata? The other time I was taking another bus to get somewhere, and there was some guy playing his music out loud in a song, and it was like, slurp those balls, get that cream, and I was like, is that song about bubble tea? I'm a pretty cool person. Any ladies? Do you got any ladies in the audience?
Yeah, but
Just enough.
Yeah. Okay. No, it's good. Like I'm crushing it. I'm in like the top 6 female comics in this room. So that's like add that to my list of credits. Definitely on my credit score though, cause fuck. Anyways, but yeah. And so, ladies, like when you're out on the streets of LA and you wanna spice things up with the man, do you know what you need?
What?
Pepper spray. So there's a lot of creepy dudes out in these streets of LA. How much time do I have?
You have 5 minutes ish.
Oh, okay.
She's doing 5.
Oh.
Okay, well, I'm done. So, thanks, guys. You can find me on Instagram at Monica_Narain. That's Monica_Narain_. Yeah, I apologize for not being on Friday. I kind of just, like, disassociated for, like, 4 days. But now we're back. It's another Manic Monday.
We love Monica.
Oh, thanks.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Thank you. But yeah, I know Sam will also advertise this later, but on Friday I'm doing a show at Fourth Wall. So yeah, Sam's also doing the later time show, so it'll be a fun time. And yeah, also like if you have a show that you want to like have advertised, stuff like that, like we all want to support each other here. So yeah.
Like us and follow us. Where do they find you, Monica?
Oh, I just said that.
Okay. Wait, what's it again? Narayan. That's it. I'm changing it up. It's Narain. You know what? I'm gonna say Lorraine, but Narain.
Yeah.
But you know something?
I've only been here 4 months.
Well, on and off. Let's not talk. On and off 4 months. On and off. Friday. You know what I should do the next time? I'm gonna show up behind you and bring it back on stage, and then we're gonna crush all those animals that are assholes in the audience. Because you ever go to a show and you know that people say only laugh when I come on. You know, it's sad, right? It's so sad, isn't it? It's true. Why are you laughing at him? Wait till I come on. So sad. Don't do that. And thank you, Monica, for including everybody here in supporting each other. To listen, buy 4 drinks. See 1 show, get 2 drinks. See Sam, get 2 drinks.
Yeah,
but at
fuck
least,
up.
and also, let's give a few minutes up here for Ryan. Ryan, get up here. Let's go. Ryan, looking like a schoolboy. That youthful look.
Thank you. I'm dressed as my dad. So, you know, it feels cool. I'm getting into jeans now. The mic's a bit broken.
There we go.
Good. We gotta lube it up. I got nothing to really talk about, but I'm here. I'm happy, and I'm queer. But not like those gay queers. Not like that. I don't brag about it. It's not DL. It's like I'm here. I'll just say that I'm here. Depends on what you look like. Then I might fuck you. It's not like it doesn't come down to gender or anything. So it just comes down to what you're looking like. What's the vibe? What's the vibe feeling? And I'm not getting that many good fucking vibes tonight here. It's a shame. But you know, you find it around. You know, so many apps. I'm an actor. As you can tell, I'm okay being on stage and here in silence. So, I do a lot of gigs and stuff, random shit. Being extra is fun, because it's just like, you can call yourself an actor, but it's like, it's a temp job at this point. Like, you know, it's like, I'm in LA, I'm doing my thing, but you're getting paid like $13 an hour, and you get yelled at by people that are younger than you. So, not for me, I'm one of the youngest there, so it feels cool. And you're like, I'm just starting, so it makes sense for me to be an extra on stage, like on like some weird movie. But then, when you're like 50 years old, and you're like, yeah, I've been doing this for 20 years. I'm like, can't wait to be that. So, it's a bit different. You got everyone, like, you all want to be like Robin Williams and stuff, those kind of funny people, but he went to school and shit. He wasn't just funny. So it takes a bit more. Like, I'm going to school and stuff, so it seems like for him, you just got to have, like, the innate comedy thing in you, be well crafted, and also want to kill yourself. A lot of those stuff really go together. It's worked for a lot of people. If you don't kill yourself, the things that you do are going to kill yourself. So, there's a lot of people that don't like drugs. There's no one people that are like, they're like, no heroin and stuff. And I'm like, have you tried it? I mean, you should, like, you got to not give it, like, a shot, at least. So I really kind of see, like, I've never done heroin, so that's why I'm not hating on it. So I've heard good things, though. I've heard bad things. But, always looking the bright side of life. Lenny, I like your shirt. You a big baseball guy?
This is Mark's shirt.
Aww.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cute.
It's a little.
No, it fits you perfectly.
It does.
You'll grow into it. Really
I'm
good.
working on it.
It's all about that. You should get into baseball, though.
Yeah.
It'll be great. I'm going to be up here for 2 more minutes, okay, Lenny?
I don't speak Spanish.
Oh, you got my mumble in there. You noticed? He's making fun of me.
No, I
It's,
can't. If I was to play baseball, I could.
Oh, even racist joke. Okay, I was given the benefit of the doubt there. I really shouldn't with Lenny. It should go straight down to that. And I'm always going to be around. I don't go the raceway all the time. I like NASCAR. So different, that kind of race. It's cool. I wear the jackets. They're racist in there, so it kind of overlaps. But NASCAR spelled backwards isn't NASCAR. If you didn't know. I don't want to pee. We were talking about it earlier. I say that a lot, and it makes people think. So I enjoy it. Like, I've had, like, people write it out, and, like, teachers and stuff in class. So I really just like fucking with people, if you didn't know. I'm going to stop talking because I want to chill. My name is Ryan Benson. Thank you for letting me take the time. You can find me here once every other week, probably.
Yes, when he's not in London. All right, Ava, let's do it. 5 minutes from Ava tonight. Let's do this from Ava Steve. Come on, Ava Reed. Ava Reed from Moving On from Ava Reed.
Pick one. I'll answer to multiple names.
Ah,
No one answers at the restaurant. I'm like, that's me. It is now. So how's everybody on Mondays? It's like a weird energy here. I'm thinking about heroin later. Yeah, I'm open. So type 5 starting about 30 seconds ago. I am from a city called Pleasant View. It's beautiful. It's got mountains and farmland, and a fresh water supply you wouldn't believe, and cults. And like most girls, typical girls my age, I had an arranged marriage coming up. We were all supposed to be pregnant at 15. And I left. And I got out here in mainstream society. I'm learning a lot. And I found out that my cult was actually a gang. So it stands for Latter-day Saints LDS. And it's actually LSD. And prolonged use with both LSD and LDS will get you in trouble with the law, will eventually alter your perception, cause powerful hallucinations, and you will serve time. It's just a given. So the biggest difference between being in a cult and being in a gang is the retirement age. I'm not kidding, a lot of similarities. So gangs run as a dictatorship, so do cults. They both operate outside the law, and they both deal in some sort of illegal substance. Like take your pick. And the criteria for being there is very similar. You have to prove your loyalty. You have to do exactly what you're told. And you never, ever rat if you get caught by the police. That's how you be a good cult member. Being a gang member is the exact same thing, except for they get target practice on Thursday nights for Friday's drive-by shooting. I googled this stuff. The average retirement age in a gang is 3 to 6 years. And retirement can be interpreted You know, it can end up in like a permanent box or like a box with bars. But either way, you're out. You're good. You go. Cult members retire with life, which in today's society is 64 to 68. Let's be honest, by that age, you're thinking, Friday's drive-by. Just like wheel me up and leave me there. It'll be okay. I'll be all right. So Straight Outta Compton was the OG original gangster. Well, I'm straight out of Pleasant View and I'm the OC. I'm the original cultist. That's me. How am I on time? 2 minutes or 2 minutes left?
2 minutes left.
Oh, nice. Okay. Then I'm just gonna riff and get in a little more. So we were talking about sex earlier. Everyone was talking about sex. That's great. Sam and I were talking earlier. Women should get to say their first time virginity was when it was good, not the first time they did it. I think that should be a standard norm. But I was very proudly a virgin until I was 26 years old.
Yep.
I mean, when you're supposed to be pregnant at 15, you find out you can't. You're like, let's put this off. As long as possible. And for me, getting into it was like a department store expo. So all the apps, I tried all the apps. No, there's not a good one. And no, you're not going to find your soulmate on one. Well, I did, but I think I like found the last one. And it was like in Macy's. So we'd go out to dinner. I'd invite him back over to my place. I'd say, okay, may I see the goods? And gentlemen, I always asked before I touched. Like, there was not one time I tried to cop a feel without asking permission. I never heard a no, but then I'd have been like, no means no. And they were always like, it's a strip tease. I'm like, the basic act will do. Like, this is like a present for me. I'm like, rip all the packaging off. And then I'd kind of look at them. I'm like, okay, I know what dimensions I need. Like, let's go check the handbags. And like, oh, that's great. Let's see if they could do with like any kinds of accessorizing. And then I would just be a little casual and say, no, Bob, it's okay. I'm not feeling it tonight, but what can I do for you? I was very generous, as long as I kept my hymen intact. As soon as that was out, first of all, I got married, and now my husband and I is like, should we actually be more sexually open? I'm like, who you talking to? Like, I spent 3 years. I got 1 second left. So thanks, you guys. I am from Cold. I'll teach you about it later. You can find me here sometime in the future.
Always more to hear from. All right, guys. This guy took something. That's why we call him Patty. A little Addy with Patty. Let's hear it.
Keep it going. You guys, all up here. Give it up. What? Give me a Patty. Give me a Patty. 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 Okay, that's enough. That's enough. That's about enough. How about that? A hot Mormon. How about a hot Mormon? God damn it. Bring them young and bring them often, baby. Bring them often. I'm a devout Catholic versus fundamentalist Latter-day Saint. It's like if you have an enormous amount of children, like 15 children, it's like you're either FLDS or devout Catholic. The cutoff point is actually 17. 17 or more fundamentalist LDS under that devout Catholic. So that's more than you guys need to know. You might want to jot that down just in case. I thank you for that smattering of applause. It was a smattering. I know a smattering when I hear a smattering. I cannot tell you the support I've gotten in this room from all of you. I've had it. Thank you. That was a little bit more than a smattering. Thank you for this. It was smatter-est. We'll move along now, okay? I, because of Sam and because of Sunda, recently got into therapy. I come from a cult too. Yeah, it's Catholicism, and they do not like. But I've learned from therapy. Therapy has taught me that all tension is sexual tension. All tension is sexual tension. And since I've learned that, my relationship with my uncle has grown in leaps and bounds. Leaps and bounds. I have learned that I'm not gay, but I do appreciate the pert roundness that exercise brings to the buttocks. And occasionally my anus is ticklish. Just on occasion, I have a tickly anus. Very tickly anus. I want to talk about aging because it's going to happen to you. It's happened to me. And there's a thing that happens, which Sam has pointed out to me. It's called the shark demographic. That is me, the shark demographic. First of all, a shart, really what a shart is a fart that's betrayed you. It's a fart that cannot be trusted. You know, because, like, what is the past tense of shart?
Shat.
Shat, of course. Because a shart is a verb, shat is what you're left with. You get to a point where, because shit is you're going, I'm going to go shit. A shart is like, I think I'll try my luck. I think I'll try my luck on this one. Yeah, you're just kind of left with that. Yeah, this is the part of my act where you, all of you, just look at me. Feel a little bit better about yourself. Go ahead. Go ahead. It's my gift to you. Because I want to tell you, all of you, that I was once just like you. I was horny and lonely. I was lonely and horny. Lonely and horny, horny and lonely. I was once proof that you could cry while fully erect. Fully erect. But look at me. Look at this. I found love. I recently celebrated my 31st wedding anniversary. So what I'm saying is there's hope. There's hope for you. We didn't have all the choices that you guys had when I came of age sexually. You know, you guys can be so many different things. You could be this, and that, this. Maybe tomorrow you'll be that, you'll be this. In my day, it could be this, or that. That was it. That's all you had.
That's it.
You know, and actually, there was only one word, queer. Queer was the only word. It covered everything. We didn't have the L's or the G's or the T's or the B's or the, how many more letters are there?
Q's.
The Q's. The Q's, I don't even know what that Q means anymore. It doesn't.
Queer.
Queer. Queer, but queer. It's like, my grandmother used to call me queer. Because, I grew up in Belfast till I was about 8. And there were so many bombings that you look forward to the gunfire. And so if there was just gunfire, my grand would be like, "No, Pat, don't be a wee little cunt. Get out there and play. Don't be a queer." That's very. It's a lower league curse word in Ireland. You know, when you go over there, they warn you. Irish grandmothers may just break out with a cunt at any moment. I don't get. Because you guys are brave sexually. I admire you for your exploration. You're free. You know, I have a hard time cracking the code on just one vagina. You know, I haven't figured that out. You know, I don't have multiple cunts in need of constant attention. If I want that, I watch The View. Hey, okay, you guys, I'll tell you what. You want success? Do you want success in your love life? 31 years of marriage, do you want to know how to have a good marriage? Have a fucking bad one first. You know how I married the right woman? I married the wrong one first. My first ex-wife, who for legal reasons I must refer to as plaintiff, was stupid, crazy, but fucking hot. Hot. And the hot will blind you to the stupid and the crazy. The hot will make you put up with the stupid and the crazy. But the stupid and the crazy don't get any better. My first wife was dumb. She put her IUD in backwards and got a DUI. She was not a very smart woman. She's very complicated sexually. She's what you call a sadistic Jehovah's Witness. She couldn't get off unless I slammed the door in her face. Okay, you can take your time with that one. You'll get that on the way home. You go, oh, yeah. Gee whiz. I'm happy though. You know what I mean? I'm happy. I'm happy with my life. Happiness is a hard thing to find. My wife and I, we've been married 31 years. So I have 3 beautiful children. I have 5, but 2 of them are annoying. They're very annoying. Very fucking annoying. One of them calls me by my first name. Anybody here call their parent by the first name? You're not the favorite. You're not the favorite. Oh, by the way, I will veer off the appointed trail here. How many people here don't like drugs? By a round of applause. Okay, you're in the right place. Reality is for people that can't handle drugs. You know, this business requires drugs, lots of drugs. And I don't know if all of you know this, but tonight is free cocaine night here. I'll get back to that in a bit. But free cocaine night, you want to check into that a little later. Google and the internet have destroyed magic tricks in women. Because before the magic tricks, any magic trick you see, you can go to Google and you just put it on. It's just all the mystery's gone, and it's done a lot. It's done that for women too. Because when I was, I never saw a full-fledged naked woman until 1979. You couldn't find them. You couldn't just go and see a naked woman anytime you wanted to. It was special. You know, it was 1977 before Playboy ever showed a bush. No bush till then. Oh, I got you. So I've got 2 minutes in case you guys were wondering. 2 minutes to go from there. But here's my point. In 2011, there became more porn than time. That means you could look at porn 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and never repeat one scene. The mystery is over. Like, you guys, some of you know that I had a very impactful but brief career in adult film. I was what you call a stunt cock. I would get in there for a lot of the rougher scenes. But my career was ended tragically by a reverse cowgirl dismount gone terribly wrong. I was injured. Never let a stunt woman get on top. Especially not a porn stunt woman. But what I'm trying to say is back in that day, it was the golden age of porn. It was a gold, and the production values were tremendous if you've ever looked at the porn from those days. Now, if I do look at porn, you know, sometimes the woman looks into it. But sometimes she's got a look on her face like, I really need to pay the rent. Please. Well, listen, you guys have been very mediocre, and I mean that sincerely. But I want to thank each and every one of you. I'm Patty, PADDYFORCOMEDY. Give it up for Soon to Cruise. Come on.
Patty, you're always funny. All right, we're going to keep this show going. I wish I could bring it up with music, but I can't because I got to get out of here soon. Where is he? Give it up for the comedy of Trevor Silver. Let me hear you. Let's go, Trev. Give him a light of 3. Three.
I'm right here. 1 second. I have no idea. All right.
Ah! He's stealing Anya's line. On the first word.
Oh!
I love the way nobody does it like Patty. Really. Nobody does it like Patty. The way he gets up on that stage is beautiful. It is. I love you, dude. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
My name is Trevor. You know what? Speaking of therapy, I'm in therapy. I just had a therapy session. This is my 3rd one. It's been beautiful. It's been really nice. She's got lots of great advice. She told me it's time for me to protect myself from suicidal thoughts. So I bought a gun. I don't know, I just think it'll keep it away, huh? No, but it's been great. We've been going deep, and it's, we're figuring this shit out, man. We're figuring it out. You know, tonight I really want to kind of work on the improv skills. Are you guys down for that? Yeah. Want to do some improv?
Yeah.
So can somebody give me the rundown? How do we run an improv show?
Give me a place. You gotta come up with it as you go.
You better work on your act.
You called me a white colonizer last time.
I called you a white
stuck
colonizer
with
last
him.
time?
And it stuck with him.
I called the sand the white colonizer last time.
You looked me in my eyes.
I looked you in your eyes and called you a white colonizer?
Jesus. rewatch
didn't
the
happen, Lenny.
footage. I was a victim of a hate crime.
Dude, the only victims of hate crimes is everybody in this room but you. Dude. You and Henry. No, I'm just
We're both Jewish.
I love you though, guys. I love everybody in this room. Seriously, everybody in this room, you guys are so fantastic. Seriously, the energy, the love, the acceptance is absolutely beautiful. I'm so happy I met you guys. I do have a story for you guys. Let's see. Excuse me while I bomb. Just give me a...
No, you got it.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about the whale again.
The whale again?
The shark.
The shark again?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, let's see. Does anybody remember the shark story from last time?
I liked it though.
Tell it again.
Tell it again. Alright, so basically,
Encore.
I was in Santa Monica, my ex-girlfriend, and we took some questionable substances. Anybody ever heard of MDMA?
Yeah.
Alright, so it's got, if you've ever seen an MDMA pill, it's a pill that's clear gelatin, and inside it's just full of these beautiful crystals. It's the trippiest shit you've ever seen. So we took MDMA. I'm talking to my buddy. All of a sudden, my friend taps me on the back. He says, "Dude, your girlfriend is out swimming out past the Santa Monica Pier, and she's bleeding in the water." All of a sudden, this lifeguard comes running down with his mega horn, and he screams, "Everybody, shark! Get out of the fucking water right fucking now!" And so I start sprinting in the water. I start swimming as fast as I can, and I look behind as I'm swimming, and everybody's just the size, it's like the size of a micro penis, just like everybody's just really fucking small back there. And I see her, and she's just waving in the ocean, just tripping balls, screaming, "Trevor!" Just looking like one of those inflatable fucking car dealership things, She's just like, "You're not gonna believe this!" I'm like, "What is it?" "There's a giant fish underneath me." And it was the fucking shark, dude. But I get to her and I tell her we need to go back. I'm having a hypothermic episode. We get back to the beach. I start freaking out, screaming, that was a fucking shark. But the craziest thing is, a month before, I had a nightmare that she was eaten by a shark in Santa Monica.
What?
Literally saw the blood in the water, all of it. It was crazy. And so, follow your dreams, guys. My name is Trevor Silver. You can find me at Trevor Kaikane on Instagram, TrevorKaikane. Thank you all so much.
The musician man, too. We bring it up with the music this time.
I know I got it really backwards. Let's give it up for Charlotte, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do this. Mike's for you guys.
Sorry, my flip-flops were off. My dogs were out. That's a horrible way to start. At least that means nothing I say can be worse than that. Let me put on my timer, or my voice note. Sorry, I'm like frazzled. Sorry, I don't know why I'm so nervous.
Gorgeous.
My therapist thinks I have an eating disorder, but I don't even eat. My mom used to say that I was mentally ill for attention, but that's such a lie because I'm gay for attention. Just kidding, I dyed my hair blonde for attention. I actually love how much attention you get from dyeing your hair. I'm never gonna stop. I feel like now that I dyed my hair blonde, like my intelligence level matches my hair color. When I was in the psych ward, my doctor told me... I'll just let the psych ward part settle first. When I was in the psych ward, my doctor told me that I was too pretty to cut myself. But is that insinuating that ugly people should? Growing up in the gymnastics community matured me so much, emotionally, physically, and sexually. My teammates and I were very strong because the coaches conditioned us not to speak up. And that's why they call it USA Gymnastics. You get sexually assaulted. This joke, I'm not sure if this works. I woke this like 30 minutes ago. Okay. I was gonna write a joke about pronouns, but I felt like those were beating a dead horse. Those were their pronouns, dead/horse. I don't know, it's stupid. Some people will get a semicolon tattoo to represent a survived suicide attempt. But why would you get a tattoo of something you failed at? I was thinking about it, and the more suicidal people there are, the less suicidal people there are. So much random shit in here. I'm trying to find my jokes, but this is also like my school notebook, so there's also like random Arabic in here. Literally, like, yeah, random. Whatever the fuck that is. I don't even know what it means because I just Google Translate.
Just imagine a teacher reading through that. Oh, Charlotte left her notebook in class.
I actually get so scared about that, like genuinely terrified. Or because I have for Arabic too, I have to do like voice recordings of me speaking for like 5 minutes. I get so scared that I'm gonna upload one of these voice recordings. Literally keeps me up at night. Like if I can't sleep at night, I'll open my like Canvas and like have to check and make sure I uploaded the right audio recording. My therapist gave me a motivational quote, and I think it's the worst one you can tell a suicidal person. If at first you don't succeed, try again. I think that's all I have for today, guys.
You never fail to amaze me. And she is gorgeous, you have to say it. We're in the mood for Mike Moody. Let's go, Michael.
Yeah, get back in there.
Let's go.
Yeah. I can hear the wind of the door, so I closed it. Oh man, how you guys doing? You guys good? What the hell? Weird. Ooh. What is it? Monday? Yeah, that's good. I like Monday. Monday's cool. My name is Mike Moody. I look like I can fix computers. I have the face for it. I don't know what it is about glasses, but somehow somebody who wears glasses looks like they can fix people's problems. So that's what I'm always doing. I saw on the news that Biden was running for office again. Did you guys see that? Yeah. I don't know why him being president reminds me of every movie franchise that exists right now in America. It's like either a reboot or a continuation. Or something that the main character's too old to do. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. I don't know, like, president's hard stuff. Being a president is hard. The only thing I think is interesting sometimes with the president is, like, every time the president isn't a white man, like, that's usually what they show in apocalyptic movies. So sometimes I get afraid. You know what I mean? So when I think of, like, when Barack won presidency, I was like, I've seen Deep Impact. This is not going to go well. Something about the diversity of the president makes me feel like the time is getting really short. Anyway. My relationships, how your relationships going? You guys are making relationships work, or it sucks? It sucks in the modern world. there's so many like podcasts talking about relationships. I don't know if that's like that for everybody, but like in the black community, we just shit on being in relationships. You can see it on like black Twitter, Instagram. It's just like men ain't shit, niggas ain't shit. It's just very weird. They just do it all day long. I don't know. I just feel like it's harmful. I don't know, it's harmful. My last major relationship, it was cool, but my girlfriend, she came out, which I already knew in the beginning, but then like it was like time, because it was like it's getting to a head, you know what I mean? I just knew it was getting important to both of us, because we'd be on the beach, and we wouldn't be talking, but we'd be looking at the same chick's ass and titties. If you see her, she's like, yeah. They say marry your best friend, but I don't think that's what they meant. I don't know. She's like, yeah, you know, I like pussy. I was like, me too. Yeah. You want to go out and eat? We couldn't get married or anything. That'd be weird. We would get married and then cheat on each other with the same chick. She had good pussy. I'm saying though, it's crazy. I knew that like because I remember realizing how important it was to her when the week the WAP video came out. Yeah, you know, we watched that shit like 9 times in a row. And I was like, God damn, like even as a guy, I was like, this is way too many times to watch this shit. You know what I mean? This is the 9th time. This is crazy. You're talking about the cult stuff. I feel like cult stuff is real. The only thing I also think too is like, I feel like working at a startup companies are like cults. They feel like cults, right?
Yeah.
Like you walk in and everybody's like, this guy's a genius. And you're like, what the fuck are we doing here?
The benefits are better.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a lot of fucking extra, like, I don't know. It feels weird to have that much conversation with somebody at a job. Cause I like a job where you don't have to talk to nobody. That's why I work from home, and that's fun to me. I enjoy that shit. And everybody's like get together and like everybody says we're a family. And you're like, no, we're not family. I don't like that. Family, no. Oh, that shit is weird because family stuff is intimate. I don't give money to family members. I don't want you guys to give me money. You know what I mean? That would be weird. At a job. I've been watching a lot of TV and watching a lot of TikTok. And I've been seeing a lot of cops doing athletic activities with black kids. Have you guys ever seen that? You guys seen that before? I get uncomfortable with those. You know what I mean? Just the athleticism of like hanging out with black kids and doing sports. I don't know why it's disturbing to me, but I feel like for every video that a cop puts out, they put out for a cop, like, you know, doing something fucked up, they should put out one of those videos just to even out the score. You know? So they show like a cop, like, you know what I mean? I'll make the whole like headline completely different. They'll be like, cop shoots unarmed black man after getting crossed over at a local basketball game at the Y. And then every black person who watched that video will be like, did you see the way he crossed him up? That was disrespectful. Like he hit the ground. You guys know what crossing up is in basketball, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, when they fall to the ground or you make them, it's basically assault. Let's make sure we all here with this one. How come all the black people who do security look like they were never called the police in the first place? I'm serious. I don't know how certain black people at their job, like, we hold our job hostage. You know what I mean? Like if we don't get what we want, like I imagine like a security guard who's black that's sitting in a club who'll just watch like two people start to fight in a club and then like bring their boss over and then see them fight and then point to them and be like, well, can you approve my PTO now? I'll make you feel secure if you make me feel secure. Oh, that shit's complicated, the cop up stuff. I moved into the neighborhood that I was living in with cops, like when the riots happened. So it looked like I was moving in to, monitor the white people in the town, which I thought was weird. And the white people who had like their defend not defund signs up were like the coolest white people. But the white people who didn't have those signs up, they were the scariest white people. And I get it. I have like black family members who are in the who are cops. You know what I mean? But I feel like white people treat cops like certain black people treat Jesus. They're like, yo, he hasn't done anything for me personally, but it's nice to have him around. I don't really know. It'd be difficult to have a kid right now. I have friends who have children, and I feel like that's a lot to have children right now. Right now, I feel like it's a lot, especially at my age. I feel like I couldn't do it. I was gonna say, I feel like I have to figure out what's a black parent. Like, would it be like be a good black parent? You know what I mean? Like and that's hard to know what that is. You know what I mean? But I feel like if my son feels like he needs to rap to survive, then I wasn't a good black parent. You know what I mean? Not if he's like talented, it's completely different. But if you feel like that's what he has to do to make it out of some situation that I put him in, then I failed him somehow. I don't think white people understand that, but it's like being a serial killer. It's like, yeah, you'll get the Netflix special, but you'll embarrass the family. Thank you guys so much. You can find me at Mike Moody 91 on Instagram, and I'm recording May 18th. So I'll send you information as it comes out. Thank you guys. Yeah. Thank you.
Do what you want to do. It's your business, and I'm sorry to come in on this, but you know how you always talk about them grandparents? Now they've made you think that you're old.
I know.
They've influenced you.
I know.
Did you hear about? I'm too old. If they knew the other part of it, they would get why I laugh so much. Because he lives with his grandparents, and because he has suffered a tragedy.
Well, that was weird. Yeah.
No, because he has survivor's guilt. No.
You love how she gets it. She knows. Yeah.
No. He thinks he's old because he's been raised. When you're raised with old people, that's what they do. Come over here, sugar. Come on, help me. You know what I know. My grandma. I had a grandmother. I'm just thinking that is genius. That she has done this to you is genius. I mean, that's just wonderful. And you know they're getting on when they're wheezing. That's funny. It just goes all with that old person thing, which is none of my business. And I'm going to ask one to come up for 5 minutes, and they're going to fight me, but that's okay. Taja Counts, come up here for a few minutes. Come here. Come on, Taja. Oh, my God. Listen, comedy comes in many forms.
Oh, y'all ain't right for clapping.
She'll give you a delighted screen, and you know, see?
You see, I'm over there focused. I'm focused.
Get up on that stage, girl.
Oh, my God. Okay, I'm for real, like, caught off guard. I was trying to send an email. I'm trying to get some money. Like, for real. Like, all right. This one girl that I work with, all right, I hope she doesn't see this. Just nobody tag me, all right? Just make sure nobody tag me. But she gets on my fucking nerves. She gets on my nerves. Because I get it. You know, she has kids. The struggle is real out here. Like, it's the struggle, and it's just me. So I don't know what it's like to feed 3 mouths. Like, I don't know that struggle. Thank the Lord. birth control. Like, girl, you gonna get your money. Just give it 35 days. You gotta give it 30, and then if they cut in the check, if you're not doing direct deposit, you gotta give it 5 days. But she doesn't get it. And I mean, I guess I wouldn't get it too if I got 3 miles to pee. And she just moved to a place. So I'm like, girl, but she's stressing me out. Because I'm like, I got other shit to worry about. And I can't worry about you and your kids. I'm like, I don't want to sound like mean, but I don't give a fuck. Like, bitch, I'm driving, trying to make money somewhere else, and you're like harassing me about money that you did on a job that I got you in as an assistant. And you got my pay. You didn't even get assistant pay. Leave me alone. Like, leave me alone. So I hired her for another job.
Tell them what you
do. I do hair and makeup. I mean, you know, yeah, I did a little logo today, just a little bit, you know, but she, I was over there composing the email to send to her, and I'm like, had to read over it like 5 times, because I know she's gonna be like, wait, so now you gotta pay me? Yes, because I'm the fucking boss this time. Yes. Like, I'm being hired, I'm being vendored, and I'm gonna cut the check. So you gotta invoice me. And don't fucking call me or harass me about your payment, because then we'll put you on Do Not Disturb after 30 days. Is that fucked up? Is that mean?
No.
But I'm a boss. I have to tell myself that. Like, woo! I'm a fucking boss. I pay you, you don't pay me. Okay, no, people gotta pay me. I have to provide a service, and I hate it. So I have to figure out. So I'm like today, me and Samantha had like a really great day. Some awesome bonding. And I can tell you I appreciate you.
Right.
Okay, so I'm like 17 years her senior. Oh,
we're the same.
But in my mind, I still feel like I'm like 22. Until I was trying to clean the rim this morning, and I was like, bitch, my knees. I was like, girl. She was like, I can't see what you're talking about on the scratch on the car. And I was like, that's not my job. That's your job. Like, you clean the tire. Like, why am I cleaning the tire? Like, this is annoying. So that's how my day started off. I had to drop the car off again. Fucking car. I'm sick of this car. I'm sick of this car. Can I just scream? Okay, no, I love this car. I love this car. Like, I love the car so much that I scream. Like, Samantha actually got a piece of it today, so that's why I'm saying all of that. So she was helping me with my equipment, and I was trying to move fast, and I got nervous that she was going to hit the car. So I was like, no. Like, give it to me. And then what did I do? I hit the car. Oh. But I didn't only hit the car. I popped the dent in the car and scratched the paint. Oh, wow. So we got here in like 20 minutes all the way from Torrance.
It was crazy.
So she got a little wrath of that V8 twin turbo engine today. Because I was fucking pissed. I was so pissed. I was so mad. And I was like, Samantha, I'm sorry. On the 405. And she was like, it's okay. I think I saw her over there trying to hold on to the little handle, whatever the thing is called. And I was just like, but I got you here safe. I just had to vent, you know, had a little moment. Today was a fucking crazy day. We got shit done.
We got done.
We got shit done. Can we give it up for Sunda? She makes my job easy. Okay, no, she stresses me out. Like, stresses me out. Like, let me tell you how a whole spit bubble went in my eye today. No. So I was like, Sunda, she was like, not me. I was like, yes, you. But I was like, if it was anybody else, I would have dropped the brushes and packed up my shit and left. But because it was Sunda, I kept working. Thank you. I kept working because I'm such a germaphobe. And I'm like, spit? Like, Okay, so, like, my mom's friend, okay, he told everybody, like, at Thanksgiving dinner as he was talking over the German chocolate cake I made, that he was HIV positive. And I was like... Oh, shit. And so all I was like, okay, the ignorance. I was ignorant. I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, he's spitting over my cake. This cake like takes me like 2.5 hours to make, and everybody's about to eat it, and then no one knows. And I'm like, I mean, I know you can't get it from slop, but you know, it's the ignorance, right? Like the education of it. So I was just like, he's spitting over my fucking cake, like, and everyone said it, and then you know, everybody went like this, like, oh shit. So ever since that, when I think about spit, I've always been like, oh my God. No, I mean, I'm not going to turn into a zombie. I know. But yeah, so that was today. I mean, I gave you little giggles. Again, I'm not a comedian. I just talk shit, and I tell you my story, and my shit is, like, I can't, like I told Smith earlier, I was set on fire. She was like, oh shit. She didn't know to laugh. Cover her face. Feel bad and sad. It's like, man, 5 minutes. I'm gonna go.
You ended it on
fire. Bitch, I was on fire. Fire. Lit the match.
Wow.
Oh, stop, drop, and roll. What is that? Who's thinking of that?
Nobody.
Nobody's thinking that as 8-year-old. Like,
No way.
No
Stop and
way.
roll. You're like, Mom,
I'm on fire.
And then Richard Pryor stole your joke.
Hey,
Hey, I'm kidding. I am so kidding.
God bless the day.
Hey, man, let the comedy play. Give it up for Tasha and bring on Shannon. Let's do this.
Let's talk about robots and the Church of Latter-day Saints. I've heard, I go to a lot of different comedy places. And there's a consistent theme amongst female comedians where the robots have cornered the market on the female orgasm. True for years. Duh. Alright. However, if you didn't know, about 8+ years ago, a group of male doctors in South Korea, and they weren't all South Korean, they came from all over the world, created an artificial uterus that works.
What?
All you need is the DNA. And they have produced actual life. Artificial uterus. So ladies, who's really trying to get rid of who? Pussy's great, but it's not as great as you make it out to be. It's truly not. Now I'm single. Could be a lot of reasons behind that. But also, I have never, ever allowed sex to be used as a weapon against me. Not one time ever. And I do not lose arguments. No matter what nonsense you want to pour on me. I don't care about your pussy. You can't use it against me. So either come up with a cogent, proper, logic-based argument that I can say, oh, now you're making sense. I was wrong on the 1s and 2s off the rip. You're right. I lose. No problem. Otherwise, for the love of God, shut the fuck up. Please, can we have a sensible relationship? Okay? Can we just have a sensible back and forth relationship? You know, by the way, me putting the toilet seat down, how the fuck did we lose that argument as a gender? How in the fucking hell, as a gender, did we manage to lose that argument? I sit down to go all the time. I have a weird IBS thing. I do it as much as you have to. I have never fell in the fucking toilet. Not one goddamn time. All right? So I'm just saying, guys, fucking nut up. All right? There is like 8 billion plus of us on this planet. We do not need to reproduce. Okay? Like, this is all for fun at this point. You know? It's not for reproductive value or anything like that. We don't need to do that. We have so much frozen DNA everywhere. All right? A lot of it's like Michael Jordan's. All right? You know, Wilt Chamberlain's shit. You know, Liz Taylor's. Okay? Like, we could make super babies all day long. All right? I'm just saying, ladies, get over it. I had a friend who's an EMT. He had a great story because he had to go to a gun range one time because this woman, she went there and got shooting lessons, you know, had an instructor. And when the instructor turned his back, she turned the gun on herself and shot herself in the head.
Oh.
So my friend gets there, And they go onto the scene and they administer care, and she lived. And the horrible thing that was the first thing that came to my head was, holy shit, women suck at suicide. You couldn't even end it with a gun to your fucking head. You missed. Oh my God. With the vein, not against. Alright? With the vein. Oh, man. You guys think those Coco delivery, food delivery robots recognize fecal matter? No, seriously. Like on the sidewalk, you know, if they come up against a dog or you or whatever, they pause. They just, you think they're rolling across and there's just a bag full of fucking homeless shit, and they go like this and straddle. I doubt it. I'm pretty sure they roll right through that stuff. You get a nice little whiff of humanity with your burger. Robots. I got a friend who's a giant Mormon. When I say he's a giant Mormon, he's like 6'6". He's an actual giant Mormon. He's a big dude. He was explaining to me the virtues of Latter-day Saints, and he showed me a picture of one of their, they have several big-time churches, but one of their main ones is in San Diego, and it quite literally looks like something that would be out of a Tolkien book. It's just pure white, just spiraling towers into the ether, and crystal clean. He's like, doesn't that look like exactly what you would picture when you got to heaven? And I said, no. That looks exactly what the devil would put in front of me if I got to heaven. Because what's the devil's biggest play trick? Huh? He makes everything that is pretty look so inviting. And then you find out it's evil. It's true. Latter-day Saints. I wish I could do my Brigham Young thing earlier. But you did it already, Patty. Thanks, man. No, it's a great job. They're like, you know, they're totally separate. Totally separate. I used to have a nice Joseph Smith fucks a bunch of girls and then Brigham Young. You know what's funny about that, though, is I wish real gangsters would get hip on, like, Mormonism. Because if they did, they could do this. Because in Utah, polygamy is legal, right? So all you have to do, bear with me, is move your entire gang to Salt Lake City. Use your influence and power to make gay marriage legal in Utah, where polygamy is legal. Now, it is a federal law all the way across the board. A spouse cannot be coerced or forced to testify against their spouse. So all you'd have to do is marry your entire gang, all right? And then none of them could ever be forced to testify against you. Be like, yeah, fuck you, Mr. DA, man. We're all fucking married. What do you think you're gonna do? It's illegal as shit. And then I assume there would be a nice snowball effect where every fucking gang decided, oh, that's really smart. So then all of a sudden you got the Jamaicans, you got the Crips, you got the Bloods, you got MS-13. They're all down there. They're marrying the fuck out of each other. All the gay people from around the United States realize this is a total free place to go get married. Then all of a sudden you have these banging ass clubs run by fucking gangsters, but all the gay people in there, right? And then there's this nice little hip movement with everybody's getting along in Utah. Let's sell some drugs and fuck. It become the freest town ever, man. You have all these old homeschool gangster fucking Catholic fucking Italians and Jamaican fucking crazy homophobic motherfuckers just kicking it with Julian and Lance and everybody late night in leather. Like, how do I get into this, Vinny? I don't know, but it's fun, right? Yeah, cut in, slap that ass. Have a good one. That is Shano for you on Instagram, SHANO, the number 4 and the letter U. Bye.
Shannon for you and Claire for me. Let's bring her up. Where is she? Come on, Claire. We want this all in a row.
Susan knows what she's doing. She's trying to get rid of all the Mormon jokes really quick. That's what she's trying to do, bringing me up. I had no idea you escaped FLDS. You were from... I've been through Mount Pleasant. I'm from Utah too. I'm not gonna bury the lead there. We're doing my Mormon stuff today. I'm a current member. Like this is not. Yeah, I've driven through Mount Pleasant when I first moved to the city, to LA, because I got out of Utah. When I first moved here, the only place I could afford was like in the south of the city in a neighborhood. You know when you Google what are the most dangerous neighborhoods in LA, it comes up pretty high on the list. And my whole family was nervous about their little tiny... I'm not a big Mormon. And they were very nervous about that. And I was like, I have driven through Mount Pleasant. Okay, that shit hardens you. I was fine. I was fine in South LA. That place is respect. I knew you were a badass, but even more so now. I love it. Yeah, let's dig into that. So I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Different sect than the one she ran out of. They force marriage. They 15 you said. Mine a lot more progressive. They wait until like 21. Not arranged, but very highly. So I'm 25. I'm a real rebel here. I love it. Thank you. Yeah, clap for single Claire. Lot of misconceptions. Basically, if you don't know, so there's a lot of cultural things about it that you probably heard that over. Theologically, basically, all it is God talked to some guy in the wood a couple hundred years ago, and now I can't drink coffee. Like, there's a couple of other steps. That's all you super need to know. A lot of misconceptions about Utah, where I'm from. Yeah, as a queer person, it is kind of hard to live there, especially in Utah County, where I'm from. But a lot of people don't know there are actually a lot of really good programs for queer people there. For example, if you are a trans woman seeking gender reassignment surgery. Now, I know not all trans people seek surgery. That doesn't make you any more or less valid. But if you are seeking bottom surgery specifically, and you go to Utah, it depends on the month, like mid-September to mid-April. It went a little later this year. If you go out anywhere in Utah except St. George. St. George is just a retirement community for assholes. Screw St. George. Anywhere else, though, you go outside fully clothed for 5 minutes, anywhere in the state, it'll freeze your balls right off. Free bottom surgery, free of charge. That's my longest setup for my hackiest things. Other misconceptions. Oh, we gotta get into this one. Okay. I'm just gonna, because this often is like the second question people ask me. So when I tell them my religion, so we'll just dive right in. Who knows what soaking is? Don't stop clapping for soaking right now. Absolutely disgusting. Okay, for the rest of you, I apologize in advance for the brain scars. So, this thing a couple years ago got really big on Reddit. Everyone was saying, oh my gosh, can you believe this is something the Mormons do? It's called soaking. So, live a lot of chastity, right? Don't have sex until you're married because, ultimately, nothing weird. I, and a lot of other members of my religion, my people have trust issues. It happens. We have a lot of bad exes. They're called New York, Philadelphia, Missouri, Illinois. There's another one. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. That's how you pronounce it. It's not my word, it's theirs. It's Missouri. What's the other one? Ohio. Why am I looking at you? I'm sorry.
I know where this is going.
Yeah, we have a lot
of trust issues, so we don't have sex until we have it on paper. Like you, I get your money if you leave. Like that is, it's just trust issues. That's all it is. So, because of that, it leads to a lot of repression culturally. It's an issue. We work through it. And so on Reddit, this thing came up that, did you know that Mormons, because they're horny, because they're human, but they can't have sex yet, a lot of them the guys will go have what I'm assuming is a normal conversation among bros and say, hey buddy, can you do me a favor? Then they'll get with a girl and they'll take off all their clothes and they will lay there on top and they'll ask the buddy to push. So they're technically not having sex.
Whoa.
But they get to... Okay, yeah. Disgusting. Let's agree on this. Okay. I need you to hear this from the bottom of my soul. Most sex things, if someone can think of it, somebody's done it. Nobody has ever fucking done this. That's insane. That is absolutely disgusting. No one would ever do that. And I just... You know what we do? You know what, like, young, lonely, horny Mormons do? We get together and we scroll Reddit and we read these things and we read your comments. All of these people saying, oh my gosh, this is horrible, this is a terrible, terrible thing, I can't believe they do this. And we say, oh my gosh, because we don't take the Lord's name in vain. We say, oh my gosh. How can they... People will believe anything. People will believe absolutely anything. What's that? No, I don't want coffee. Some guy talked to God in a tree. With a tree. In a wood. Amongst the trees. He wasn't in the trees. That would be too weird. How much am I?
You got 3 minutes.
Yeah, 3 minutes left. Okay. Maybe some of the stuff I was actually planning on doing today. Yeah. So as part of that, I was, years ago, actually a missionary. Like the stereotypical. Every time I say that, you shook your head.
What?
That's...
I was just...
No, you're fine, dude. Sorry. There is only one reaction I ever get when I tell people I was a missionary, and that is, really? Because I don't, like, I guess I just wasn't good at it. I wasn't. They're like, people who know me, like, I've seen people come to believe beautiful things. I've seen people who don't believe in themselves, who are struggling, who are roughing it, come to believe that they can have a relationship with a divine being, that they can, grow and become happier and have joy in their life. It's beautiful. I've never seen anybody believe that I would willingly go up to a person on the street and start a conversation. That is not me. That is not me. Knocking on someone's door and initiating human contact, that is completely unbelievable. But I was a missionary. There we go. That's what I'm going to do for today. You guys have been great.
Wow. So my mother wasn't the only missionary. I thought it was just Jehovah's Witnesses who did that. But we're going to get plenty with the comedy of Lenny. Let's do this.
Yeah, give it up for Sunda. I love you, Sunda.
I love you more.
No, you
Yes, I do. You're my protector.
Yeah, my brains. I appreciate you. I appreciate your wisdom. You know what I mean? I think you use racism very wisely. Like, no. I know that for a while we were having a problem with like people paying. So I really like that you appointed an Indian and a Jew. If anyone's gonna make sure everyone pays, it's the Indian and the Jew.
She's never heard that.
Nah, not yet.
It's so good.
Give it up for Monica. Happy birthday, Monica. We love you. We appreciate you. And I don't know if you know this, but you've actually made history here at LASC. Yeah, you are the first Indian female comic to not show your pussy on stage.
Wow.
a hard callback.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a hard. Only a few people hit for that.
Monday.
I'll put that on my LinkedIn.
Very wise of you. Very wise of you.
LASC callback.
Shut the fuck up, Brian. Thank you. Give it up for Charlotte. Yeah. I don't know what it's like to be black, but when she said that I dyed my hair blonde and it's the color of stupid people, I kind of feel like that's blackface. Like not the same thing, but like, you know what I mean? She turned herself my color, and then she said my color is stupid, and that's like,
oh, okay.
Fuck you, Slow Lincoln. Slowest Nigerian I ever met. Jesus.
Got me there.
Christ.
Facts.
It's okay. You're half Swedish. They have alcohol issues. They're probably like, your mother was Swedish, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you got like, you probably a little like fetal alcohol syndrome or something. What? I'm just being honest.
Fair enough.
Whatever. So I was examining my racism the other day. I wasn't even really being racist. That's just mostly my subconscious with all the racist stuff. The worst part is it's usually right. It's like it's not hateful racism. It's just, it's just accurate. I'll tell you what happened. This is a true story. It's nothing negative. I was just in I bought a really nice shirt the other day from a Japanese store. Yeah, and I was in the clothing section. And I've never been in this store before. This is like Japanese, right? Like nobody speaks English in here. I don't know what size the shirt is. I just thought it would fit 'cause it's all in Japanese, right? I'm in this store, and it's mostly they're selling like knives and shit. So it's a really small like clothing section. And then I don't know why this is funny, bro. I'm going to the clothing area, and they got a bunch of shirts. And right next to them, this is a Japanese store.
Oh.
Shut the fuck. Alright, this is important. Japanese store. Keep in mind. Next to the shirts, there are a bunch of bras. And my subconscious goes, they probably don't sell any big bras here. And I was like, damn it, Bray, why do you have to say that? That's so... No, okay, I didn't choose to think that thought. That's just what I thought. But me being the inquisitive person that I am, I went to go see if my subconscious was correct. And of course it was. And that's why I don't like racism. So, pussy's pretty great. I don't, like, yeah. Women are fucking awful. Like, that's not me saying that. I'm just...
Not me saying that.
Let me explain my line of thought. Okay, I'm using empirical evidence or something. Monica, you're gonna have to help me out with this. I'm not a science major.
We can call it observation at this point.
Yeah, sure, whatever. The point I was trying to make is that it should be no new information to anybody here that men really fucking love pussy. Like, will risk their life for it, do tons of crazy shit for it. This is not, like, they'll risk their lives for regular pussy. This is not, pussy's pretty fucking great, right? Yeah. But there are women who are so awful, they'll make you give up the pussy just not to be around them. You know what I mean? And that might not, alright. When I was a small child, when I was about 8 years old, okay, I had a friend who I fucking hated because he's really annoying, but he had an Xbox. You know what I mean? I used to hang out with him 7 days a week just so I could play with his Xbox. I couldn't really stand the fucking kid, but I played his Xbox at his house every fucking day. I'm still friends with that kid to this day. I never thought to myself that I would never want to see this person again. You know what I mean? The Xbox was always worth staying for. And the Xbox is nowhere near as good as a pussy. I want to make that absolutely clear. But my 8-year-old friend was nowhere near as awful as the average woman, so that's... Yeah. You do understand... You know how awful you have to be to make pussy not worth it anymore? Like, that's... That is... Wow. I'm not racist. However, I would never impregnate certain groups of women because I care. Like, I'd never get an Irish girl pregnant because I wouldn't want my baby to have fetal alcohol syndrome. I'd never get a Japanese girl pregnant because I wouldn't want to have to share my baby stuffed animals with her. I'd never get a white American girl pregnant because they're fucking awful. And I'd never get a Russian girl pregnant because that baby would have even smaller baby and smaller and smaller and smaller. Almost nobody likes that joke. That.
Oh.
All right, how much time am I at?
What is that?
You just had 2.
Oh, I'm at 2 minutes already? I got 2 minutes left? Holy shit.
Holy shit.
I was gonna do my, like, I need to get my 5 way more tight, so, I guess that's out the window now.
Okay.
Who's that? Yeah, who went to the shit show with me last week? Just Shannon. Alright, you all missed it, but I had a great set. There was this deeply autistic motherfucker that, like, sat right in the front row, and he came in and he brought in a giant fucking, like, Batman action figure. And he had the most autistic laugh the whole time, and I was sitting right behind him, and I'm like, oh my god, bro, this motherfucker's comedy gold. So we're best friends now. I roasted the fuck out of him. I just roasted him for like 4 minutes, and it was fucking hilarious. He told me he wasn't autistic too. I was like, he's like, no, I'm just bipolar. I was like, oh, do you have like 2 personalities? He's like, yeah. I was like, is one of them autistic as fuck? It's like, no, I've never been diagnosed for autism. I was like, well, did you show him your fucking $400 Batmobile, whatever the fuck that is? Alright, fuck autistic people.
Oh, that's not nice.
He's autistic as shit.
That's so nice, though.
I'm autistic as fuck. Like, I'm not one of these.
But
They want to hear that they get too much. You know what I mean? They get too much love that they don't deserve. Let's be honest. Greta Thunberg really needs to hear that nobody fucking likes her. Like, that's just where I'm at. I don't even like. I'm autistic as fuck, and like I don't really like autistic people. Like, the only people I hate more than autistic people are these autistic people who aren't really autistic. Like, because autistic people are generally just kind of cunty to be around, and some people who are generally cunty think they're autistic just because, like, they have shit personalities, but they've never had to deal with, like, disability discrimination or the fuck. But some people are just cunty, and a lot of their parents are complete cunts too, just like utterly overprotective. Like, they'll be the same kind of parents who are like, oh, it's fine to smoke around my child, and they fucking freak out when you whip out a crack pipe. Yeah, I'm out of time, aren't I? This was a wild fucking set. Nothing goes as planned. Follow me at Lenny McKenzie on Instagram. Thank you all very much for my time. Autistic people get on my tits.
oh yeah, they do.
Thank you very much. Good night.
Good night. I love you guys so much, and all you guys have to come back here because at the LA School of Comedy, it's a safe place. It's a place where you can, get your groove on, do whatever you want. You see how sensitive Taja was? She was like, "Don't say that." Because I found a guy for her now that I know. What? That she opened. That she's up. So.
Blue heart.
Blue heart.
Know what that means?
The pro police.
Try to follow us on all these platforms, and I'm going to bring up Lincoln as I exit. Forgive me.
Okay.
Okay? And then, Monica, you're going to finish this up?
Yes.
Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great night. Colin, I'm sorry next time. We're going up tonight anyway.
Hello, LA School of Comedy. Yeah. Hello. So, queer woman in the Mormon Church. Straight woman who left the Mormon Church. Right? I feel like they'd be open to a trade.
You mean a gay man gotta go join mine and figure out what they can stir up?
I mean, like a straight swap. I'm saying they're just like, oh, who knows? They might even like, I don't know, sweeten the package. They'll throw in like 2 other girls in the cult. They'd be non-white, obviously. But yeah, when I saw that, I was like, queer LDS and you. That's just very interesting. A lot of talk about religion tonight, huh? A lot. Catholicism, Mormonism, organized religion, right? A lot of people say, oh, that's terrible. That's like, create a lot of problems. My thing is like, would disorganized religion be any better? Right? Like, I can't imagine that would be that much better. But you guys hear about Cleopatra? Yeah. Right? You hear about this?
Hear what?
It's crazy. Cleopatra, I guess she's black. People were really like pissed off. I guess she wasn't black, like in history. No. To be honest, do people know that? Like beforehand, before this story was out, do people know Cleopatra wasn't black?
I did.
Okay, yeah. Honestly, you're like a historian. You would fucking know. But would you know she was Greek?
Yes.
You knew she was Greek.
She's a fucking Ptolemy.
300 years.
Took that shit over.
But you knew it was Greek beforehand. Oh shit! Then this joke won't work. Boo! Yeah, I was gonna say, before dealing with the fucking super educated audience, I was gonna be like, who the fuck would know that like she was Greek, right? Like when you picture Cleopatra, do you picture like Maria Papadoulis? Like no.
That's a good point.
Looks like it didn't matter because it wouldn't have worked anyway. So.
I just picture a cat.
A cat when you Cleopatra? Oh, because like Egypt. Oh, fair enough. Anyways, this is a deep cut, but on Friday there was a woman up here, Allison. She was really funny, Allison Bean, I think. Yeah. And she was talking about, oh, people know her. Okay, cool. Yeah. And she was talking about public nudity, and like, and public nudity is so interesting. There's, how like guys, like, are you guys for public nudity? I guess feel right. Right, a lot of guys are for public nudity. They're like, yeah, yeah, right. This is the thing. I feel like especially guys don't realize, like, if public nudity was legal, it would not be the people you want to see nude. It would not be the people you want to see nude. Let me tell you this right fucking now, okay? It would not be the hot ones. Like, if you've been inside a locker room, you know who's gonna be nude. The motherfuckers who don't care anymore whatsoever. Like, it's not gonna be a good time. Okay. Yeah, but, Cleopatra, I understand why people, like, pissed off about it. Like, even me as a black guy, I gotta admit, like, black people, like, the representation's getting a little crazy, I watched, like, that Lord of the Rings show not that long ago. You guys remember that one?
No. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They got black elves. They got black elves. I gotta tell you this, like, Martin Luther King, he had a lot of dreams. I don't think he gave a shit about niggas in Middle Earth. I don't think that was on his bingo list. I'm not gonna lie to you right now. I don't think so, not at all, right? It's crazy. It's like, I gotta tell you this, I don't think that they would do black hobbits. I feel like elves, there's no way, right? I gotta tell you, if Frodo's black, I don't think Gandalf's trusting him with that ring. I'm serious. Can you guys imagine? You think the old white Gandalf is gonna trust a young black hobbit with the most valuable piece of jewelry in Middle Earth? Come on, right? That's crazy. It's like, I don't think audiences would be ready to see what it take, I don't think audiences are ready to see Gandalf, conjuring up an ankle bracelet to go with that ring. I think it'd be, right? I don't know. It's just crazy. So our low energy set right now, people going through stuff. Okay, you guys feel like your parents trust you?
No.
No? Fucking hell, this joke isn't gonna work again. No, okay, thank you, buddy. Yeah. See, I thought so too. Thank you for helping me out, Patty. Fuck. See, I thought so too, right? But I went home this weekend, and my mom, she got me, my little brother, my little sister. She had talked with us. She was letting us know that her life insurance policy had gone to $75,000 from $50,000, right? And I didn't even know she had a life insurance policy. We had to like sign a beneficiary form. And I was so confused. I was like, she's had this job for 20 years. Like, why didn't she tell us? And I was like, talking to my siblings later that night, I'm like, did she think there was a chance we were gonna kill her?
I was like, why did she not tell us about this life insurance policy, right? It was, what the fuck? Right after it was my brother, man. He's like, yeah, I know, right? And she really thinks we'd kill her for $75,000? Like, I don't know. I didn't ask him what the price was going to be for matricide, so kind of stopped at that point. Okay, what's we got? Yeah, I put on like, okay. Yeah, growing up with my siblings was really cool in Orange County. It's like a very like white area. If you guys don't know Orange County. See, my mom faced that decision a lot of parents do, where it's like you're either gonna be like middle class in a poor area or like broke as fuck in a rich area, and she chose the latter, right? You know, she just felt more comfortable, you know, in Orange County, a primarily white area. If you can't guess, she was white, you know, so her three little nigglets didn't get that same kind of feeling. No, but I'll tell you this. One thing that I loved about growing up in Orange County is I realized that like white guilt has no age requirement. Honestly, like sometimes I hear about like critical race theory. They're like taking it out of schools, right? Like they don't want to teach kids about race. And I think that's fucking crazy. Because from what I saw, like curriculum is such a small part of like kids' lives in school. You know, it's a small part. Like they see way more shit. They're way smarter than you think. You know, I saw that. I'm like, Josh noticed that his birthday party was at Chuck E. Cheese and Miguel's was at a local park. Like, that line doesn't kind of hits, kind of, no, it was. You know, it's insane to me, right? Like, some of these white kids come out the womb, like, already wondering why they in a single hospital room and Jawan, and Jamarcus are sharing a room next door. Learn real quick the difference between Blue Shield PPO and Medicaid. Last one. Okay, movie ratings. No, I'll end it there. Thank you, guys.
One more time for Lincoln.
Yeah, Lincoln.
Sorry, I have gymnastics.
Holy fucking shit.
Now?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Is it gym?
Is it what kind of gymnastics? I'm kidding.
It's a good story.
Oh, okay.
My coach stopped molesting me when I hit puberty. So.
Killer.
And another one.
Dropping bars, just like at a gymnastics meet. Oh, Lenny, you were saying like you were like doing observations about like something about women's pussies. In the science world, we call that a posteriori. Cause it means, thanks, Claire. It means from observation. I love when like Mike is just in the bed. It's like, oh shit! Like I want to make that a button. Yeah, you were also talking about like certain groups of women that you don't want to get pregnant. There's certain groups of women I don't want to get pregnant because I can't. Because I'm a woman.
I don't want to get any pregnant. I just want to make that clear.
Okay, well, we have two more incredible comics to bring on stage. Coming up first, let's give it up for Colin.
Colin.
Yay, me.
Yeah.
You guys are all so funny. My stuff is super rough. I've just been sitting staring at the wall, working a bunch. I was like, I gotta get out. I figured Mondays I can work on old stuff or new stuff. Friday I'll come back and do my old stuff, record an album. Lenny, you're probably too young to know Archie Bunker, All in the Family.
Yeah.
You're totally like the prequel of that, like Archie Bunker Year One. Someone said NASCAR doesn't spell backwards. Race car totally does. I'm just gonna give shout outs. Cult person. I don't know if you've seen the show yet.
Cult person.
I can't remember her name. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Have you seen that show?
Yeah.
It's my favorite show, all about the girl who lives in the cult. It's so awesome.
He's your fan.
I'm gonna call you Kimmy Schmidt. Patty therapy is awesome. I also started seeing a therapist recently. He said I should love myself more. I've been trying, but so far it's unrequited. Moody, you were like, Biden's running again. I thought like I feel like I guess everyone does. The other guy, Trump sucks, whatever. So Biden is just like meh. Like I guess. Yes. Also, how you talk in your countenance, you would be the best president ever. No one would want to piss you off. We're gonna bomb you. It's scary. And Kimmy Schmidt, you mentioned soaking. Or what was the other? You mentioned soaking.
It was the other.
The other LDS person.
We're all the same.
I'm just pretending you guys are Jedi. I'm like that. I can understand. Door-to-door Jedi would be the best gig ever. Yeah, awesome. But soaking is actually how I was conceived. So it does happen. Not ashamed. LSD forever. LD whatever. Open mics. Yeah, I do think it's great. Someone was saying it's like a sport. Like, I don't have a ton prepared, but I think that's, as I spit, why it's great, because there's not a lot of sports you can just go out there and just be like, I'm going to wing it. Like an Olympic, ice skaters. Just like, I'm just going to work on my crowd work. Just a lot. Just talking to everybody. So this is a callback from last week, but someone mentioned, because I went up before them, that hunting was a sport. That's not true. Hunting is not a sport. Your opponent doesn't know you're playing. It's like throwing something in the back of a deer's head and calling it baseball. I'm just saying. They were talking about guns and hunting. I think if you do hunt, guns are like steroids. Like, you should just have to do it with like a spear or a sword or something. I don't know. Have some honor. That's why I love Batman. He hates guns. I think if Batman was alive, like in our world, we don't have superheroes. I think when something terrible happens to someone, instead of becoming like a supervillain or a superhero, in our world they become like super funny. They do open mics. I think Batman would totally do. He would just be terrible and weird and just telling constant bat jokes. He'd be like, why did the bat cross the street? Because my parents died. I have to give a shout out to this because they were talking about the Joker 2. I didn't know they were making the Joker 2. I just have to say this because I watched the movie Joker. It's terrible. I don't know why people liked it. I didn't know, like, whining was like a film franchise now. He lives at home, is smoking cigarettes the whole time for free. Cigarettes are like $11 a pack. He doesn't work. He deserves to get beat up by Batman. That movie is like Chariots of Fire for incels. Like, I don't know what inspiration they're getting. America's fucked. Eat an apple and do some push-ups. That's what I would tell him. Yeah, I wrote this down. He looks like the Crow on crack. Like, he's just all like, oh, man, everything's terrible. Okay. I think trans people are awesome. They're getting shit all the time. I don't get it. It seems like every 2 or 4 years when there's an election, conservatives, Republicans start to, like, attack somebody. Somebody mentioned Lord of the Rings. I think it was you, Lincoln. I think, what if, like, Republicans hate reading, they hate learning, they don't seem to know anything. What if we could just convince them that fictional characters are real that they could hate? Like people from Lord of the Rings or leprechauns. Be like, leprechauns are going to steal your job. Build a wall around Narnia. Just kind of take the heat off regular humans. Darth Vader is going to raise your taxes. Freak him out. See if I have anything else. I'll say this. I don't have a joke for you yet, but I think it's awesome. UFO hearings. There's been like UFO hearings in the Senate. There's some more coming up in Congress. Nobody cares. Nobody at all. Everyone says, why don't they land on the White House lawn? Because nobody would care. I don't think they could handle the rejection. They'd be like, we're going to do it. Here we go. Nobody cares. I think, though, because everyone's stressed out, like economically, it's like there's too much going on. If UFOs were here to steal our jobs, I think everybody would care. Yeah, that's all I got, though. That's all I got.
One more time. All right, one more time for Colin. Woo! We talked about my therapy today. My therapist told me that I should let go of the things that aren't serving me, so I punched a waitress.
Hey.
My therapist said I should let go of the things that aren't serving me, so I punched Serena Williams. Sorry. Thanks. Okay. I had one more joke. What was it? Oh, you're talking about trans people, and like I feel like Chick-fil-A is like notoriously homophobic and transphobic. But like I was thinking about it while this like stuff was going on. I was like, how can Chick-fil-A be transphobic when all of their chickens are on hormones?
Oh, shit.
I Okay, some food for thought. Literally. Okay, okay, we're gonna bring up our last comic, like one of my favorite comics here, and I love her so much. Let's bring up Sam!
I have so many things to say. This is a little rude, but Colin, would you be safe in a world in which all religious fanatics were taught to hate leprechauns?
Oh,
I think it, I say it. I'm here to speak, not for the trees, but for the white American girls who are careless when they have to use the restroom, and have sisters who live in Utah and they visited last week. All of you are obsessed with me. In terms of the toilet seat debate, I love Shannon so much. I also, my line is, robots corner the market on the library. So, he loves me, but he's trying to fuck with me, so he really loves me. Here's the thing. You piss and you shit, you say you shit a lot. How often, and actually I don't want to do proper right now. Because I know I'm just trying to work, it gave me inspiration. Give it up for Shannon. Yeah. Give it up for Shannon! Okay, it's my turn. So, going to the bathroom. First of all, do you guys look both ways when you cross the street?
No.
Yes. Right? For me, 70% of the
I'm
time.
always looking forward.
70% of the time. And it's, it's not like illegal for me not to look both ways, but it's a courtesy to myself and others. That's how I feel about this toilet seat. Furthermore, the urgency in a shit, I understand. Do you understand the urgency in a rather dramatic blood flow of all of a sudden? No. And that you need to sit down for, quick. Furthermore, if you love pussy, you would protect it from that water. That's all I'm saying. You like it wet, but do you like it wet like that? No. But who am I to fucking talk, because I don't put the toilet seat protector down. So I'm a cunt. But that's what I'm saying. It's like nobody wants to fall in. It's like open the door, put the toilet seat down, get some in. Don't like pussy, but everybody loves big mouth? No. Oh my god, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. Okay, here's what I wrote down. Oh, the vibe's weird because I'm on my period. I just wanted to acknowledge that. That's why I wore juicy on my ass. It's just like the vibe. Like I just need everyone to know. Like the energy's been weird, right? Like this is hanging on my elbow weird. It's because I'm on my period. I was here all day with Tasha, who left. I was here all day. I rescheduled my therapy appointment to watch her accidentally butcher her Audi. Charlotte's not here, but I don't know why my doctor didn't tell me I was too pretty to cut myself. So I'm gonna have to be talking to her about that. I think I know why, and it's because she's turning into my best friend, which is why I need to look into getting a new therapist. It's gonna be so awkward because boundaries are hard. Go figure. My therapist actually just got married to my old therapist. My dad got her a gift. I was like, this needs to stop. I had a deaf therapist amidst COVID. It was group therapy. So in group therapy, I already struggled to be heard. The deaf part didn't help. The mask part didn't help. I had a therapist who reminded me of my mom. She told me once, she was like, no offense, I would have thought you worked more at Hot Topic, not at Bath & Body Works. And I was like, I would not have taken offense to that if you didn't say no offense. Like, what do you think Hot Topic is, Spencer's? Another therapist who, basically I think out loud, and this is my career, like some may call me Ed Sheeran, like I'm doing it all the time. And thank you so much, Thinking out, so, group therapy. I was thinking out loud, because that's what my insurance was paying for me to do, actually across the street, not kidding. And so I was saying, like, I think we should have a Make-A-Wish for people with depression, because you never know what's going to happen, right? Make them feel seen, take them on a little trip. No laughs, right? Less than that, even right now. Like, think about less than that if you even can. And then I said my wish would be to spend a week with Kanye West on his ranch. And the therapist goes, that's not your wish. I said, what, Tara? What did you say to me? That's not your wish.
Did you just invalidate a feeling? Did you just speak in the tone of my inner voice? Did I want to hear that? Did I want to hear, Tara, that you used to be a yoga instructor and so you got weird messages on Bumble? Did I want to know that, Tara? I don't think so. But now I know it. WAP? Wet ass pussy. What if it was a wet ass pussy? Like, what if it was talking about a pussy the whole time? It's art. That's a wet ass pussy. That is a ready pussy. Pussy means butt pussy. For my audience.
For my audience.
Anybody have any plans after this? If I were to, yeah, that's what I thought. If I were to bomb, you know, it should never happen. Then I was thinking about like going out and like hiding in a bush and finding somebody who I found rather unnecessary. Come on in. This is a great time to come in. So I find somebody on the street who I find rather unnecessary, and I murder them in cold hard blood. With my blood coming right out of me, I kill them, and we share our blood. I'm gonna rip their face off and wear it as a mask and call it performance art. I'm gonna get to the fucking MoMA. No, I'm kidding. I just think it's people like white people and serial killers. Like, I don't know. Feels almost Jewish how genius it is, business-wise. You know what I'm saying? What a fucking legacy. You make money after you're dead and you kill people. That's crazy. I've never found a serial killer attractive. So suck my dick. Right? How good of a person am I? Woke. Something about me is I give quote, queer woke. Oh, one time a guy said to me, he said, "Do you like girls or am I free to flirt?" Someone I met in real life, so not off an app, right? Yeah. Do you like girls or am I free to flirt? Free? Who said it was ever free? You know me, it's never free. Careful with the Jew jokes, because they've gotten weird up here and out there, but never here. You like girls or am I free to flirt? To me, that sounds like, do you like pussy? Can I lick yours? You know, like, you look like a dyke. Will you suck my dick? You know what I mean? It's just like, that never landed. Wow. I like that a lot, though, for me. So I told him I'm a member of the Boys and Girls Club. Then I said as long as I'm able to make a bit out of it. So here I am, after all these months, coming out on stage. And then I wrote, just drive me to food and back. You know, it's so simple. Everyone's like, dating in LA. It's like, what does that mean? Truly. It's just dating. It's like, you can't fucking date. You can't date here, you can't date somewhere else. It's just people. You know, like, everybody is an asshole. It's just finding the one that fills your crack. You know what I'm saying? And there are plenty of crack in this city, bouncing left and fucking right. Have you ever been on an escalator at the Beverly Center? Yes. And not questioned your existence? Is it ever? First testicles I ever saw were a pit bull on an elevator. What do you do with that one? Nothing. I realized I had the light. Shit, there's one. No, there's nothing. Guys, what a great night. Dude, what a great night. I'm just thinking about going to the toilet right now. That's all. And looking at the seat and being like, it doesn't matter, Sam, if you want the world to be different, like, it's within. Instagram at SamLikesTBH. I'm also at the Fourth Wall with Monica. Friday. And in all of your dreams every single night, because you guys are obsessed with me.
One time for be, and I don't do hard things.
You're in a relationship.
That's true. Yeah, dating LA is hard. It's hard to find love. It's a very overpopulated city, Los Angeles. You know what's the cause of that overpopulation? Heterosexuality. No, kidding. Okay. No, I'm actually not calling you. I just find it's just really funny. Like, don't stop doing it. I just love when you do. I'm kidding. Okay, it's been such a great night. Happy first Manic Monday of the month of May. Manic May Monday, 1st May. Yeah, if you didn't pay me, please pay me. And yeah, have a great rest of your day.
Good night.
Ryan, you end it.
Israel. Oh, click end stream.
In transmission.